I think that cancer affects your focus in different ways depending on at what point you are. So in the beginning, it's everything. It's all that you can think about. If you're on a walk and all of a sudden the focus isn't the beautiful scenery, it's, do I have enough signal that if a call comes through for the appointment that I'm waiting for, am I going to receive that call? So I think in that sense, it's all consuming. I think when I take a step back and I'm asked, how does it feel to be told that you have cancer? It's almost harder to hear those words now because at the time, it doesn't feel real. Your focus is so, what's the next step? What's the next appointment? What's the next thing I've got to do to get to the next stage? That you can't really look at the bigger picture. You don't even have the capacity to spend time worrying about that because there's more immediate things that need to get sorted. So I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, which was a shock to everyone, I think my doctors included. I had some really low-key symptoms. I found myself quite bloated. I found that I needed to wee, like persistently. But I called NHS 111 and went through their questionnaire and they said, you need to come and see us within 6 hours. And I panicked at that point. There was a ovarian tumour marker that was a little bit high. They called me that evening and they said, you've got a cyst, it's the size of a grapefruit, but don't panic. There's every reason to think it's nothing, 99.9% of them are fine. But there's just a little bit of solid matter in there that they're not 100% happy isn't something. And had surgery, and then they said, it's cancer, so yeah. Given the nature of the diagnosis of ovarian cancer and the fact that it has spread to surrounding reproductive organs, they all had to be removed, which at 28, well, I was 27 when I was diagnosed, 28 when I had the surgery, is not what you expect. And it's not what you think is in your future. To be told that the plans and the hopes and the aspirations for the life that you're envisaging with the person that you've met and falling in love with have to change and they don't look like anything you would have expected is really hard because all of a sudden the options are taken away. Chai is somewhere I've driven past countless times. I now drive past the building on my way to work. So Chai's always been on my radar, but from start to finish, everyone's been amazing. Chai's given me another set of people looking after me and looking out for me and advocates and support in an environment where it's normal. For Chai services, I've used the counselling and the scar massage, but more than anything, it's knowing that there's options. Coming to Chai allowed me to be in control of what was happening to me because I chose to come. I chose to ask for counselling. I chose to ask if there was any services that would help with my scar. What I know that Chai have given me is, and they continue to give me that space and that time to focus on myself, and I can box that off. So for the hour or so a week I'm here or online, that can be my cancer hour. The rest of the week, as much as is possible, is just life. I didn't choose to have cancer, I didn't want to have cancer, but if that's something that's gonna have to happen to me, then I want to make it my superpower, not my kryptonite. So I've got one focus, which is I'm running the marathon for Chai. So I am focusing on my training. I want to be able to feel that invincibility again. I want to be able to feel that I've got everything at my disposal to ensure that the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years are a success. I knew that I had symptoms, I did something about it. I knew I had cancer, we did something about it, and thank God, I'm better.